Hello my friends and welcome. It's Buck Weezer. You've tuned to Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube, and I'm sitting here today with a Predator generator. It's the Predator 3500 inverter generator from Harbor Freight Tools. How you doing today? He's a cute little guy, isn't he? How you doing today? Oh, I'm not doing too well today, Uncle Buck. No? What seems to be the problem? I can't start or run. Can't start or run. Oh no. Well, what are your symptoms? I just don't have any compression. No compression? That does sound like a problem. Well, how do you know? Well, just go ahead and pull my string and you'll see. Pull your string? You know, you remind me of a song by The Fifth Dimension. You remember them? Puppet Man, if you want to see me do my thing, pull my string. I'm not old enough to remember that music, Uncle Buck. Yeah, I guess so. Well, let's see if we can sort this out. You want to help me get to the bottom of what's ailing our little friend, the inverter generator from Predator? Then stay tuned. Yeah, so what I think about this generator that makes this a little bit more interesting is it does not seem to have compression just based on the rope pull. So if you pull this rope starter, it's just the engine spins, but you don't feel any of that usual resistance as compression builds inside the combustion chamber. You know, it gets a little harder to pull at different places. Those moments of compression, you just don't feel them. So pulls out real easily with the same even pressure, and you never feel that resistance that indicates you've got compression as you would on any small engine with a rope starter. And the guy who owns this pointed that out to me because he also noticed the difference. It just pulls too easily and there's no resistance. So I don't know what's going on with that. Is it a blown out spark plug or a stuck valve or broken connecting rod inside? I don't know. I think he told me it was running and then it just stopped and has never restarted. So we've got to look into that. Alright, I've got the generator up on the table, took off this front cover. I have checked that it does appear to have oil in it, and then I pulled out the spark plug, and I just want to test and see if that piston is moving up and down when we pull the starter rope. Maybe this screwdriver could help us see that. Yeah, it's not moving, is it? It's not moving. It's around here, a little awkward. Yep. That piston's going nowhere. It's stuck there. That's it. What does that tell you? That tells me we got a broken connecting rod in there somewhere. And I'm moving it a little bit now, tapping it down slightly. Well, it's not moving. It's not connected to the rod anymore. I don't know if the rod is broken. If I mean that's my guess. I don't hear any other parts or pieces in there. But that's not good. And if the connecting rod breaks, well then, what else do you have to think about? What other damage may have happened inside there? I don't know if I can get, maybe stick a magnet on a stick down through the oil fill plug. See if I pull out anything. Of course, it's if they're aluminum pieces, and magnet's not going to get any of them, but or maybe drain the oil, see anything comes out. Put a scope down there to see if we can see anything in there. I don't know. But it is what I feared, broken connecting rod. Yep, it's not going to run that way. It does have oil. In fact, slightly overfilled because it's dripping out when I remove the plug. Did it get run without oil? And then they try to add some to top it off after the damage was done. It's sort of like I can see clean oil and I can see dirty oil. They're mixed together. So that's a possibility that it would run low on oil. That doesn't look very dirty on the stick at all. So I think it's definitely possible that it ran low on oil. And we've only added some later. I don't know. I might drain that oil just to take a closer look at it. Hey, well, guess what? I did try to stick my magnet on a stick down the down into the through the oil fill plug, and I pulled out a bolt. And that looks broken or stripped out. You see that there? Also, it's pretty dirty oil down there as opposed to the oil on the top, which is quite clean. So if I had to make a guess, I would say this thing ran out of oil. Now, I don't know if did this break off. But yeah, we got internal damage that has compromised this particular engine. I don't really need to go any further, I guess. Can you replace these engines? I don't know. I'd have to look into that. Does Harbor Freight sell them? Can you get them? Is it worth doing? What's this thing cost new? Is it just time to replace the whole thing? Yeah. Interesting, huh? Very, very interesting. And sad, because things really looks like in nice shape otherwise. It's clean. It's not dirty. Hasn't been oil leaks. But it's done. It's toast. Well, that's it for this guy. He's done. He's done. Yeah. Based on my researches online, they really don't make replacement engines for these. It's kind of a one and done. I don't know how many hours are on it, but hopefully they got their money's worth. You can replace this today at Harbor Freight Tools for $799.99. And you can get comparable inverter generators of this same capacity even cheaper than that on Amazon if you don't mind no-name brands made in China. And that's probably the way to go. It's just not something that you're going to invest time and money into fixing because you can't get the engines or really the parts for these, as I understand it. I could be wrong, but yeah. So little fella, you got a new role in life. You're now, guess what? You're now a parts engine. Isn't that sound cool? Oh boy, a parts engine. That does sound great. Sounds a lot less stressful too. Well, I appreciate your attitude. It's going to be a lot less stressful. Yep, you're a parts machine now. So congratulations. That's the best we could do. Well, thanks for trying, Uncle Buck. I really do appreciate it. Anytime, little fella. And I appreciate all of you watching. Your comments and questions in the discussion below are always welcome. And look forward to interacting with you that way. We'll wrap up here saying, as I always like to say, only you can put the do into do it yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.